Hey everyone, it's Hayes, and in today's video we're going to be discussing Sabrina and her role for the rest of Season 5, namely, will she betray Lila and Chloé? But before we go any further, as always, I haven't read the show Bible or seen whatever fresh hell the leaks have been cooking up recently, so I don't actually know what Sabrina will be doing for certain. But if you do know what she's up to, great, I'm dead happy for you, but I don't actually want to know. As much as I like speculating about the show, I am more than happy to wait until I see the episode where she does whatever it is, rather than find out in a YouTube comment. And a lot of people watch me because they also don't want to know. So for those of you who already know, if you could keep your thoughts and feelings to yourself, that would be marvellous.
Thank you very much.
So I usually start these videos with like a little recap of what the character has done prior to this, but Sabrina has been in most of the episodes and done a fat lot of nothing, basically. The most notable things she's done were Cataclysm and Catmore and Miraculous, get locked in a closet by Chloé in Soul Crusher, I think, and wear this awful outfit in Penultimate, aka she hasn't really done much. But I am hoping she will actually, move and do something now. So as we all know, in Penultimate, Lila and Chloé formed an alliance. Oh, I have only now just realised the significance of that word this season. I'm so sorry it's taken me this long. I have run out of good excuses. So they formed an alliance, and the two have gotten a lot closer as a result, and Sabrina is being gradually pushed out. But she hasn't actually said anything about it yet, so well done, mate. She's just looked increasingly more and more worried, with the two most notable scenes of this being in Perfection when they were doing the yoga, and Chloé called Lila her bestie, and Sabrina was like, that's depressing. And then in Revelation, Chloé and Lila were discussing their plan to take down Marinette, and Sabrina just sat there looking like she was about to burst into tears. However, because they discussed it in front of Sabrina, as a result, she is the only one with the power and knowledge right now to take down Lila and Chloé with credible information. As much as Marinette tries to do this, she doesn't actually have anything concrete on them, but Sabrina does. And I would assume Chloé and Lila think Sabrina is a pushover. We've seen how spineless she's been, like she's been doing most of Chloé's schoolwork for years now, and they also think she's loyal, like a dog, and won't talk. However, as much as I dislike Sabrina, but honestly, I really neither dislike nor like her. She doesn't do anything. Like, can you truly dislike someone who just hangs around in every episode and you forget exists most of the time? So regardless of my feelings towards her though, I do think Sabrina is a good person underneath. Chloé is quite clearly manipulating her, and if Chloé wasn't there, I do think Sabrina would be friends with everyone else in the class quite easily. I don't think it would be that difficult for her. And Marinette obviously believes she's good too, hence why she was given a Miraculous in Penultimate. And Sabrina obviously isn't that loyal to Chloé, because I did genuinely think in Penultimate Sabrina would have given her Miraculous to Chloé without even thinking about it. It shows, amongst other instances like an Eve Illustrator, that Sabrina does have a capacity for good. And Chloé no longer calling Sabrina her best friend, which Sabrina does genuinely seem to treasure for some bizarre reason. I don't really understand why she hangs around with Chloé, to be honest, but I think it would really actually hurt Sabrina enough to get her to tell someone, more than likely Marinette, what Lila and Chloé have been up to. So it's a yes. I do think Sabrina will betray them. I think she'll finally see that Chloé never truly cared for her and was only using her for her homework, and now she's no longer allowed to do that, and Lila brings something more to the table in taking down Marinette, which is something Sabrina never would have done in my opinion. Chloé has brought Lila in as like a better replacement, although in my opinion Lila will also betray Chloé. This will genuinely hurt Sabrina, and she will tell everyone what the two girls have been doing, either on her own merit or with Marinette's urging, or a mix of both, to come clean and get the class on Marinette and Adrian's side. Although if I was Marinette and Adrian at this point, I'd tell the rest of the class to take a hike. Like, you needed this girl who does nothing apart from wear the worst outfits in the show to tell you what Lila's really like, but you didn't believe Marinette, who was Ladybug? That comment was aimed entirely at Alia. So I think it's a yes, but what effect will this have? Honestly, I do think the class will believe Sabrina. As Alia says in Revelation, Alia doesn't believe Marinette about Lila because she believes Marinette still dislikes Lila and Chloé due to the way they act around Adrien. And even though Adrien and Marinette are together now, and Lila and Chloé don't have a chance with him, Alia thinks Marinette is still spiteful towards them. However, Sabrina has never held that view towards Lila and Chloé, and in line with Alia's logic, Sabrina has no reason to be spiteful like the way Alia views Marinette as being. So I think Alia, and by extension everyone else, would believe Sabrina. Now, I really don't think Chloé will care when all this gets out, to be honest. Her reputation has been ruined since Miracle Queen, and everyone knows she's not the greatest person. She has no reputation left to ruin at this point. Could it possibly make her realise that she's now lost Sabrina, and see that she was like the only one true friend she's ever had? Maybe. And could that set up the long term for another possible chance at redemption in season 6? Perhaps, but let's not talk about being robbed of Chloé's redemption arc today, although if you want a video on that, let me know. However, Lila has a hell of a lot more to lose. Even though she seems to be no longer associated with Gabriel, both the brand and the person, she does have somewhat a high position in school as now class rep, and also everyone but Adrien and Marinette does quite seem to like her. Sabrina doing this will ruin that, and I know they only have like 2 weeks of school left, but to have to go to school for those final 2 weeks, or however long there is left after Sabrina comes clean, are gonna be hell for Lila. She will hate having to go in every single day and knowing every single person hates her. Even if she only has to do it for the last ever day of school, that will be the worst day of school for her. And in my opinion, her ego simply couldn't handle it. And I think that whatever she's ultimately planning for Marinette and for Gabriel Babes could be kicked into high gear by Sabrina's actions. Sabrina, the catalyst of the season 5 finale. You did absolutely nothing for the whole show, and then you finally get out of bed and do this. Well done. You haven't been completely useless. So there you go, besties. That's what I think Sabrina's going to be doing and the effect it will have on the plots and like relationships on the show. I'd love to know what you think, but of course, if you've read the Bible and or seen the leaks and you already know what happens, I would really appreciate it if you didn't mention it in the comments. If you can't leave a comment without mentioning them, I would rather you didn't leave a comment at all. So I'd love to know what you think, besties, and I'll see you in the next one.